So let's try to move our queen to h4. Ah, we have knight g7. Nice. Should be winning easily now. Ooh. That was not ideal. It is working out. He's losing everything. Nice. And we finished it with a checkmate, so... Yeah, that was a nice game. Very complicated middle game with all the pawn structures and both kings on the f-file. With the rook still being on the h1. That's not something you see very often. He's intending... Perhaps he's now going to move back. That's one of the ideas for black is these structures. But it is a very slow approach, so... We may also just be able to punish it. But now is he threatening to go b5? And is there a way for us to avoid it? We can go queen e2 still. Okay, let's try queen e2. So... we have like 5 defenders. 5 defenders on the b5 square. Okay, let's preemptively move out of the way, otherwise he has knight e5, h5 with tempo, because I really would like to push in the center with e5. Perhaps I should have done it already on last move. Okay, but now we can just take. Cannot take with a knight, because then d6 would be hanging. Now knight d5 is an option. But also we can start attacking this pawn. I think that's the more sensible approach. So we put a rook on the knight square and try to d6. Also e5 can be an option at a good point. It may have in fact have been a threat already last move. So what happens if you go e5? No, that's no good here. It's clearly no good. We can go knight d5, but then he's going to take with a bishop. So let's start with rook e1 and prepare the knight d5 idea. Perhaps we can go over it at a better... when we have a better opportunity. He still has to worry about both d5, d6 and the knight d5 idea. But so now he's going to put a piece on e5, and that may alleviate the pressure a little bit. So this can be a very good move. Not so easy to take advantage of this. Queen d2. And then I will follow massive exchanges. Okay, let's try knight d5. I feel like it's the only way to ask him some questions. So the idea is to target a6 eventually. So let's take back with the c pawn. But I'm not even sure whether it's a threat. Hey, Durian defense. Welcome here. He's going to trade off his bishop. That's a surprising decision. Yeah, it's you guessed that correctly. So it was via a different order, but this is surely Benoni structure. So should we exchange here? Okay, let's try to keep things complicated and go for f4. He's going to check. Then we go play king h1. And now he can play b5, of course. So, okay, let's try to make a mess of it by playing the move e5. Well, perhaps I should have pushed d6 last move. Have e6 here. Also, take b5 is fine. Okay, should we no e6 is met by queen takes e6. Yeah, this may not work out so well. After all. Okay, let's try bishop g1 still. Ah, you can just take on g2. Ay, ay, ay. Probably going down here. Yeah, very nice game by our opponent. Yeah, we are not going to make them in 15 seconds. Very good game by our opponent. Maintained the balance in the opening and then completely took over in the middle game. e6, that's a surprising move. Okay, let's try to develop like this. Maybe you could already have taken on e4. I'm not sure whether was better. This knight is a bit weird. I was about to say that the knight was strangely placed on c6, but he's immediately taking care of that. Okay, we can try perhaps a maneuver like this. It's a bit sophisticated, but it does introduce the idea of f3. So usually d3 is quite a good square in structures like this. I feel like we should be a bit more comfortable here. So if he takes on c3, then maybe a c5 here. But yeah, it's so risky. Then probably a move like c takes d5 would be good for us. Now we can consider pushing with e4, and he will push with e5 himself. And it will be one big mess. But he's left with this terrible bishop on c8 in the end. Oh, let's go over it. Let's go over it. Let's go all out here. Ah, you can also play it like this, but I was not so convinced about this. Okay, yes. It may just be a double attack after all. Okay, but we have knight e5 here, for instance. Okay, let's go knight e5, covering this, covering this. I feel like we're not losing material here, and he's still left with his terrible bishop on c8. And if he doesn't take on e5, then he just gave us a massive center for free. But yeah, this is a nice tactical idea for him. Okay, I think we're basically forced to give up this bishop. So after bishop b2, probably queen b6 would have been an issue. Now we make over c5. But the knight is protected often enough. Yeah, very double-edged stuff here. Okay, I think we have to do this. And after queen c7, we can still play f4. He's defending it nicely. Okay, let's take on f5. He cannot... maybe he can take back with the e-pawn. I thought we had bishop d5, but it's not doing much. But he is deciding to take back like this anyways. Perhaps he can go for b5, but it's also a risky move. Okay, let's try queen f3 and move over to the other side of the board. Okay, our king can hide on h3. We can play the move rook d7. Ah, there's no rook d7 because of bishop takes d2. That's unfortunate. So we have to take. Now it's not ideal. But okay, he cannot take on e5 for the moment. We have queen g5 as an idea. He cannot play rook b7 because then this one is hanging. So if he takes on c4, it's likely that you have to bail out with a draw. Okay, unless we can play a combination like this. But I don't think it's possible because he has queen f8 in the end. And rook d7 will be met by queen c6 check. Otherwise we would be winning perhaps. So let's make the draw here. I don't think it's justified to play for more. Rook d6 in the final position. Yeah, it's a move, but I feel like it's not it's a very decent move. But I don't think it's threatening enough. And we are down a pawn, and our king is also not in the greatest spot. And for instance, the pawn on e5 may also have been hanging. So if you're looking for a way to proceed and look for a win, then rook d6 is indeed probably one of the best tries to do that. But you have to be careful that you're not running into a losing position then. Okay, this is usually the way to equalize in positions like this. Just go for f6 and followed by e5, and now we go for knight d7 and we'll get the same achieve the same exchange. But it's a very high rated opponent here. Ah, he has some tricks on his sleeve here. Because if he probably is still theory for him. If we take on e3 as rook takes d7, so we have to be a bit careful here. So let's try and start with bishop d6. Yeah, he may still have everything prepared. Okay. b6 is going to take on e6. Position looks alright. Okay, I feel like he has to take on e6. And then we have bishop c5 next. I'm not yet spotting the danger. But yeah, he's a little bit better developed. But we have the stronger king's position here. Okay, we can try to challenge stuff with a5. After knight e5, we can just try to cover stuff with the move rook fc8. Now c6 is a possibility as well. Then there is knight c4 though. Yeah, it's far from easy this. Okay, what happens after f5? He's probably going to play f3 himself, but then we may go for rook ace f8. And if he takes, I don't think that should worry us. Okay, let's cover like this. Yeah, this is a smart move order, but we have c6. I think we're still doing alright. We can take on e4 now, for instance. Play it like this, threatening rook f2. Also rook f4 may be a good idea. Okay, how is it going to proceed after this? Yeah, it's just going to exchange rooks. Okay, let's take. Take on b4, and then b5. Can we go for knight b6? Okay, let's try it. c5, maybe an option? No, it's not. Ah, maybe it is, after all. Okay, let's try. I feel like it should be okay. Because if he takes, we have rook a6. Ooh, he's playing so fast. Should stop talking at this point. Yeah, and I was probably trying to flag us in the end. There's nothing we can do about it. But it's a dead row. Okay, now he made some progress. Maybe already better now. Okay, that's probably not the case, but yeah, now we are better. Okay, let's see if we can push this. Oh, we are one tempo down, right? No, he's the one to move. Yeah, time was an issue there. Would an increment, if the game would have an increment 1 second extra move, per move, then we would easily have held on there. Okay. He could have punished his moves order probably by pushing a4, but he was at risk of us staying there. Now we can answer like this. We have knight h4, perhaps. Let's try this. And just let's take on g6 and open things up with e4. So he's extremely solid here. Would we have the bishop pair? And some control. Not sure. We should maybe it was just better to move back. Okay, let's have a bishop c3. Otherwise, rook a2 can be a challenging pin to meet. So now we can just take back. Go for queen d3 next, probably. Or even queen e2 if he allows it. But I expect him to play rook a2 here. Oh, no, I shouldn't blunder like this. But it's probably still alright, because if he took, then we had rook b1 as reply. Now we have to go rook b1 anyways. So he has the a file. Well, that's about it. Oh, is he blundering here? No, he has queen a5 still. Yeah, and then there's probably no way to take advantage of the situation. But perhaps c5 is still advocated here. Yeah, let's try it anyways, because it does shut down the retreating options for his bishop. If he goes queen a5, then my intention is bishop b2, followed up by rook a1. After knight d5, he probably just take it, and hopefully there's no way for him to punish it. Or we can take it, of course, at any point. Now we have moved like queen c4. Try to challenge his bishop. He can maneuver it back like this. Yeah, still no way for us to take advantage of this. b4 attacks his rook, but he will move the bishop out of the way. And then everything is still protected. If you play p6. So his bishop is completely shut out of the game, but so is ours. Okay, let's try to take here. And go play down the e file. It's probably our best shot here. So we have to keep restricting the options of this bishop. That's our main win condition. And it's usually when your pawns are on the color of your own bishop, you are the one at a disadvantage. But that may not be the case here. Okay, rook e1, he may still take. Takes. Okay, but we won b7 in the end. Yeah, that should favor us for sure. So he could not allow that. And now, we just have to play a slow move. Queen d1, for instance, queen d3. Let's start with queen d3. Try to activate a bishop. Maybe queen e3 would have been better. But it doesn't really matter, I feel. Yeah, you can play rook a3, or you can just follow up with rook c2. Rook c1, sorry. Also rook e3 maybe next, and followed by queen e2. Yeah, let's do this. Perhaps a move like h4 even. Can also improve the position of a king. This is a good way to build out. Oh, he's even doing it like this. That's quite surprising. Because now that was a very tough move to deal with. You should have the upper hand now. Also b7 is hanging. Queen e7 is a big threat. Can't really avoid this trade. But he's doing it anyways. I should have taken wow. Okay, this should be an easy win. Oh, nice. That was a nice tactic. It's just... Oh, no. Ay. Okay, it's probably still winning. It's still winning. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Even blundering at everything there. Yeah, just as we shouldn't play for checkmate there and just try to flag in. That was a tough fight. I really liked how we restrict the bishop there over there on b8. Okay, let's start with bishop d7 anyways. Okay. This is a really huge setup to remember against this opening. So we're maneuvering our knight to b6, then bishop to a4, and we are long castling. And then we are simply putting our king on b8 or even on a8. So next we're going to play bishop a4, and we can even activate it by means of playing it via c2 to h7. So let's see if he is going to blockade that, because he can avoid it at this point. But then we always have moves like knight b3, but he's not going to. So his intention is probably to go f4 next. So maybe already time to play g5 here ourselves. So let's do that. So we're sacrificing a pawn here, but we are going to achieve some good compensation, because we are the ones getting the attack, hopefully. And now we have this move. Bishop c2 is next. So I feel like we're down a pawn for a lot of compensation here. It's not clear what he should do, and we can have just such an easy target here. Ah, this is a good move. Yeah, that's something I should have avoided. Probably could have last move. Okay, now I don't really want to take, but the alternatives aren't too pretty either. So let's take it anyways. And then go for queen e7. Eyeing h4. So the question is whether we will be able to activate our other knights. Or maybe even the heavy artillery will be enough here. Okay, we can play f6 and queen h7, but after f3, I don't think there's a mate yet. Yeah, f3 is a very good defensive resource for him here. So let's play knight b3 and force some exchanges. Ah, but f3 was not possible. What am I doing? Yeah, I probably missed a win. Because f3 and then the bishop in g3 is just hanging. But okay, this is not... This shouldn't be too scary either. Okay, we can play f6, but now he has king f1 as a resource. Okay, but let's play f6 anyways. So